Welcome to The Girl Herd,
where we talk Texas football.
and a bunch of takes you've probably already heard.
But not from us.
We back. After a freaking crazy game, win in overtime against Mississippi State, y'all. I don't know if I wish you could see how many more I feel like grays that I have in my hair after that game. Like, get a defibrillator out, get something. The stress was too much to handle.
I don't know. I just think that my intuition is really strong because I said we were going to win the game. And I was like, we're losing. We're still going to win the game. And even though like my hopes were dwindling, just like that little ESPN thing that gives you the percentages, so far I am 2-1. For Florida game, I said we were going to lose, and we did. For OU, I knew we were going to win. And for Mississippi State, I knew we were going to win. Well, 3-1 because Kentucky too. So I'm hoping these feelings go toward Vandy week. And so far I'm feeling very neutral, which is a good sign.
Devin, you should be making bets. Do you know how much money you would have won if you would have bet?
You know what? I feel like if I did do that, then I would start being my intuition. I feel like it's like a gift. And I feel like if I misuse my gift, then all of a sudden it wouldn't work anymore. And I would also lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
That's fair. I always say, like, I'm not a bettor in general, but I always say that, like, I'm already too invested, literally. Like, I don't want to be invested even more and literally lose money. But no, like, I mean, Devin, of course, you've been feeling that way, and you were like the whole game you were texting us and we're like, I still think we're gonna, and for some reason, like it was worse when obviously we were together the first half. Second half, I went to go hang out with my family who was in town. Love them, but it was, there's 11 of us. There was a lot going on. They are, people wanted to watch the other games, wanted things that were happening. And so that's why I think I was like more like, okay, I want to lock in and I want my team to lock in. But I never felt like, oh my God, it's over. I wasn't like crashing out and saying that like the world was ending and like this was the worst game in history. Like for some reason, I was also like, every time someone would be like, I mean, even my nephew was like, Michelle, the game's over. And I was like, there's 9.5 minutes left of the game. Like, what? Like, there's still so much game left. I don't feel that way, but.
It's the conference. I mean, it's this conference. And I think that's why I also felt the same as you, Michelle. We have seen time and time again, even when we're not playing, the craziest comebacks happen within the SEC. Like, we know how it is to play on the road in this conference now. And people were saying, I think it was Fancy Boots on Twitter. She was just like, we don't need to downplay these wins. Like, it doesn't matter that they were ugly. Like, we just went back to back on the road against the SEC and we ended up in the win column. It could have been something else, right? And so I think we should give ourselves more credit. And I also think it's funny because the idea that we even have the confidence that, hey, this isn't over shows you the progression of this team. Because like, even a season ago, we kept on saying the same thing over and over. Man, this is not what this team used to do before. This team with this culture in the past, we wouldn't be able to overcome. And it's like, we don't even really reference that anymore because the expectation and the bar has been raised. And I think this team has proven that. And I love that for them.
I also thought it was interesting in this game, our offense was slumping, right? And our defense wasn't playing lights out either. And then in that fourth quarter, our offense was like, you know what?
We got your back.
We got your back. And they showed up, and then our defense really fed off of their energy. And I feel like that's one of the first games where it happened in reverse like that. And I was so proud of our offense. Like, I don't know what gear they freaking switched into, but it was unreal to see them play like that. And we've said it too, right? Like, why now? Why are we waiting till this point in the game to see this magic from y'all? And yes, there were still little hiccups here and there, but the way that they played in that fourth quarter, I'm like, how do we get that throughout the entire game? Like, I want to see it for a full game. And like, do you guys think that we will get there in this season?
Man, I hope so. Like, I want it. I thought it was going to be after OU, and then I saw us at Kentucky, and then I saw us at Mississippi State. So, I mean, I believe that they can, right? Like, you can see obviously that they can all lock in at once, settle in. And that's what I like every game. I'm like, settle in, y'all. Just breathe. Like, y'all are there. It's like they're so invested that they're just like, want it so bad. And you're like, y'all have it. You have it in you. You can do it. Like, I don't know. There's going to be several plays that people are going to want back, especially in this Mississippi State game. And, you know, the way I've seen it though, like I hope it fuels them and what goes forward.
I mean, that's it. I think that the difference maker, Michelle, is that in the past, we haven't even been able to say that sentence. Like, you want that play back. And I know you're thinking of Wingo. At least I was when you said that. And it's like, you know what? Good. That's what you want. You want the reps, and he's going to like have that bad taste in his mouth. And like, he had a crazy game anyway. It was like practically 200 yards receiving. But I know that he's going to keep those two misses that we're probably both thinking of in his head, and he's going to like clean that up for next game. But it's like, you can't even like have that feeling unless you go out there and experience it. And so we keep asking the question, well, what changed? Well, why the fourth quarter? There's two key differentiators that I really, really love. So one, AJ Milwee, he went up into the sky box, the press box, if you will. And so that's not how things were being ran before. And so I think it really helps Sark for him to be able to quickly download him and be like, look, we've got this. Look, we need to switch this around. And people were saying who are very knowledgeable when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, that Sark opened it up. And it's like, stop making Arch be this role that is this game manager and just let him fly. I mean, we've talked about it so many times as well, like on previous shows. And so, I mean, we had to do it. And so it's like, well, don't just do it when you have to do it. So I'm thinking he's going to take whatever formula that was for the fourth quarter and truly let that ride for the rest of the season. So I'm looking forward to the Vandy game to see what happens there.
Yeah, same. Because we see the mat when it's literally, and Sark says it in press conferences too. Like, they just have to go and play catch, right? Like throw and catch, and that's what we saw, that backyard. I almost said backyard barbecue, backyard football, where Arch can literally breathe. Right? Like he's like, okay, I'm not worried about this and this and this and this and calling blah, 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 all these things going on all at the same time. And he can play football.
And they said like that, I mean, over time, TD Caldwell came in and it was an audible. And I was like, heck yeah. Like, if we can keep doing things like that, like, here for it.
Yeah. We recruit the players we recruit for a reason, right? Like, they know the game. They know that, like, play to their strengths and let them do what they can do. Right. And then
how about Caldwell? Like, truly, it's like our backs are against the wall. We are just like, we know we have to get 7 in this moment. And he's like, hold my beer, and goes out there and like same exact props for Mosley, gets that foot down, catches that ball in that iconic fashion. And it's just on the sidelines like, yeah, I know I caught it. They're like reviewing it. And I'm like, I love this confidence. It's like, that's what we've been preaching the whole year. That's what we want to see. Like, know that you have Texas on your chest, go out there and win football games.
And I didn't know, like, you know, they say there's a look to quarterback, right? And I didn't know what Caldwell looked like before this game. And I like, he looks like a pedigree freaking quarterback. Like, I don't know if y'all have seen him, but you also guys talked about too, like, his major, and he is a veteran, and he made freaking veteran decisions and veteran moves on the field when we needed. So if it does come down to him having to play this week, I feel like I'm not stressed. Like, the glimpses that we've seen from him in the game so far, I've been very impressed.
And I also think that speaks again to their culture and their camaraderie, because they all play together. They all, you know, it's not, you can see QB1 and QB2 and the wide receiver, all of the above. Like, they're matching and they're working and stuff. I mean, like, come in cold. Every time he's come in cold, they like can click it. And that speaks to everything that they're doing behind the scenes as well, and makes me as well confident of what's going forward. Obviously, hope Arch is okay. But
there's been so much scrutiny on the lack of utilizing the portal on the offensive line. But I'll say, when Caldwell came in, people didn't have questions, but they were sort of like, like, why did we do that? And so now you're seeing why. And I don't know about y'all, but in my head, I'm like, does Sark have some evil master plan where he's just playing like so conservative? Because you guys, like, everything we want to play for is actually still ahead of us. Like, this season has been so fun for me for that reason. Vandy, A&M, and Georgia, they're all the top 10, and we haven't played them. Like, we can totally still go to Atlanta. We can do what we want. And it's like, it doesn't feel that way, but it is that way. And I'm like, is this Sark's little master evil plan that only he knows about? And he's about to like turn it up in November or something. I mean, that's what I like secretly hope for. But what are y'all's thoughts on that? Like, I just feel like every game we're like inching along, but like surviving. And I feel like he just doesn't want to show everything.
So that also brings to mind like the resiliency of this team, right? Like going into this 42-day stretch on the road, we were like, oh God, it's about to be so tough. And now we're ending it and like, oh gosh, all like we have so many more top 10 opponents to face. But I think that we've seen, right, when they need to, they're showing up and they're continuing to improve. Just like what you said about Wingo, like miss those catches now so that as we progress through the season, you're not, right? And I don't know if it's either two of like, they're maybe used to missing some balls or used to balls being not catchable, that then when they are, they're like, oh, it was in the right place where it needed to be. So I'm excited, right? Like I do always have concerns, right? Because you never know. You never know. But what we've seen up until this point and how they've been able to finish games on the road in the SEC, come back to DKR and let's play lights freaking out and then go back on the road to play Georgia and then come back home and freaking finish out the season and get to postseason.
Yeah, I mean, I like people are counting us out, and hey, keep doing it. Like,
Yeah.
talk whatever you want to. Don't get it too much. But like, we still have so much ahead of us, and we're not, knock on wood, counted out for anything, you know. And I'm excited. Like we've all talked about how we're excited about this weekend getting back to DKR, and I can only imagine that's how the team is too. They've been playing these road games where all these crowds are super loud. They just had to deal with cowbells in the entire stadium on their last game, and I think, you know, what more than getting back home and getting to hear your own fans scream and yell for you. And I know DKR is going to be packed, and we're going to be ready, because we know Vandy's going to be ready.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
No, I will say too, I think it is interesting, right? When they are facing scrutiny, I feel like we see a whole different team, right? When they came off of that OU win and they're like, oh my gosh, Texas, you're blah, 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 blah. Then they came out in Kentucky a little bit shaky, right? So yes, like you said, Michelle, like keep the hate coming. I feel like they thrive off of that energy.
I mean, we keep saying when their backs are against the wall, look what we get.
It's like having that parent, like this team is that child where like the parent, like you're saying like you can't do something and it's because like the parent knows they can. So it's like, I'm just going to like rail into you and say that you can't and you're not good enough, and it makes the kid mad and it motivates them. That's this team. It's like they need to like have that built in. But for me, I love being the sleeper. That's why I'm like, I feel like Sark is like evil Sark and we don't know like what's coming for us. So I'm here for it. That's why I put Dark Horse by Katy Perry on the Girl Heard playlist for this week. It is on Spotify. So go and listen to our playlist. The new one will be out this Friday.
That's so funny. And like Connor said to us earlier today too, right? Sark is a little chaotic. And I feel like that has morphed and dripped down like from the leadership into this team. They're like, yes, give me all the crazy. And it like fuels them and pumps their veins with whatever they need to do to win games. But freaking here for it. Here for all of it. But yeah, Vandy. They have really become a force to be reckoned with. Devin, I know you touched on a little bit of thoughts of how you think we're going to win this game, but do we want to dive into it a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think, listen, it was a close game last year. Like it was, we didn't have away from them. And so I think it's good that we don't have any sort of Vandy is not Vandy of old anymore. Like they are a real team to prep for, and I think that plays to our advantage now. You can't come and sneak in and be like the underdog. In fact, they're not the underdog. They are literally ranked ahead of us. So if anything, we get to have that underdog energy, and I honestly think that might have them on their heels a bit, because that is their quarterback's entire identity. Like that's what makes him hungry. That's what makes his motor run. And, you know, he's made it a habit. So I'm sure he will be hungry to come and beat Texas, who isn't. But for me, I think it's all about that and the fact that our defense will have to show up big. And I think really, really disrupt him, just agitate the heck out of him super early. They play with two very large tight ends at the same time. So that concerns me a little bit, considering how our secondary did play against Mississippi State. But at the same time, I know we can show up. We're one of the best defenses in the country. We have to go out there and prove it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to like they don't run as fast of an offense as what Mississippi State did. We weren't able to change in and out all of our depth within defense. So that I'm looking forward to too. Like it has to be a big game for defense. They need to eat all their Wheaties, do whatever, and come out like you said, Ant Hill, Colin, like all of them, right? Like let's bring pressures and really get him scrambling.
Well, did you see Colin's post? He like it was like a Instagram story, but it's like the video game like screen grab, but it was of his body. So did you see this, Michelle, or no?
No.
It has like levels where it's like mild, medium, like literally 911 level, and all over his body, he was like, I'm like done right now. And he's like taking the most snaps out of the defense. And so to your point, Angie, Wheaties, protein bars, I don't know what they do. I have toured the facilities at Moncrief and they have all sorts of like cryotherapy and really cool machines that I wish I could use on my own body. But hopefully they're doing that this week and getting some recovery, because I was like, oh no, this poor man, like he's feeling terribly.
I hope that's part of like being at home. They can utilize these things longer, not have to be on the road as quick, not have the turnaround time. I mean, we'll see. I am curious about, I was thinking about at the point of like the hurry up offense. I mean, they definitely could, like, who knows? I mean, it depends what they could have or what changes they make. If they see watch this tape, see what could happen. You never know. But I do love that our defense got to see that live and how that can impact them as well. And I mean, we do have depth, so hopefully that still continues to help us down the road. But again, I think they'll get fueled by playing at DKR as well. So
I said this to somebody at my job. I'm like, I wish we had like whatever magic power from Black Panther, when they would get beat up and just hop in and like whatever the purple stuff was, it would just heal them. I'm like, that's what this team freaking needs, because I know their bodies have got to be worn down. But, that's football, right? Like,
this is gonna say
for all off season.
I
all
just
people saying our schedule. Look at us now. Vandy is not Vandy.
I just thought of something. I wonder, because you said it, Angie, earlier, like truly every single Saturday we like watch the team and we're like, question mark, question mark, question mark. Like, so I honestly think that's an advantage Texas. It's like, I wonder
which one you gotta get.
Vanderbilt's like, how do we prepare? Like Texas, y'all are wild. And we are. And honestly, I kind of love the drama. Like, it's interesting. Like, this is not like last season. Last season, we were marching straight to Atlanta. We kind of knew what was up, got our hearts broken by the Bulldogs. But other than that, it was just like, we kind of knew the script. This year, I'm like,
we are like a telenovela.
On the next episode this weekend? Yes.
This team is a telenovela for sure with all the drama.
But I love it. Like, let's go. Let's see it. I mean, it's one of the reasons why none of us were like, we're done for right off the whole season. Like, we're like, no, we have the whole season left. We got some big games left, but we got a lot left.
Big opportunities left. Like, it is exciting for these players. Think about Taft. He came back a fifth year, ended up getting hurt, so he's out for now. But it's like, there's still so much to play for. And these kids have been getting beat up online with just like the opinions. And I just retweeted one from a friend, and it was like, the haters won't say it, but Arch is getting better and better. And we've said it the last 3 to 4 weeks in a row. He is. And it's really fun to see. And it's like, sheesh, like, give them a chance. And guess what? November's the chance. Like, this is going to be the real opportunity and test. And I look forward to it.
Same. Yeah, he had his best game yet, stat-wise. So it is a bummer that he did get hurt at the end of the game, as he's kind of upward trajectory on his performance. But needless to say, like, he probably also can use the rest. Like, his body has been through it.
Yeah. You also have to wonder if that's like why the offense is being ran how it's ran. Like, on that play, he was about to like scramble and make something shake, and it was like, you got crushed. And so again, Sark played the position. He plays for an extended playoff and season. He's probably trying to protect QB1 like he's trying to protect all the players. And so I did think about that too. It's like, it was an amazing game and it was so free, but it's also like, okay, well, also makes me wonder, maybe there's a reason why we don't always play that way.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, there was like when I was like, yes. And then we were like, slide, do something, like protect yourself. And then when he went down, I was like, oh no, someone that I was watching it with was like, I think it's the ankle. And I was like, he looks like more than an ankle. Something is off.
Like,
well, his ankle didn't look like it got hurt on that play to me at all, because his ankle had been hurt in the beginning part of the game whenever he came out. And then whenever he went down, I was like, yeah, like somebody was kind of on his ankle, but not like twisting it. So I didn't even see, like, thank goodness I didn't see it. I don't want to see it. I didn't see the concussion piece of him going down, but yeah, super, super scary and unfortunate, and hope that he can heal up.
And I love like Caldwell afterwards, like his media statement was also that he wished that Arch was in it and could finish out what he started. And that just shows you again, like they're how they are as teammates and everything. And it just makes me proud to be a Longhorn.
Yeah, I know. We love to see them grow up.
Yeah.
Love to see it. But we are super excited to be back at DKR.
We'll be on campus for the game. We'll be in Austin this weekend. And yeah, come hang out with us.
Yay.
Yay.